I felt I played pretty good. The tournament had a first round bye, which was good. So I didn't have to play early in the morning. I could play a little bit later in the afternoon. The first day was very windy. Conditions wasn't really, I guess you would say, suitable to play tennis. But just gotta hang in there and fight a little bit. I played the guy twice already in the regular season, which was a plus. So I knew kind of felt comfortable about his game, what he can do on the court, what I could do on the court. So my mindset was going in there. The first match, just, fight, figuring a way to get through it. Second day was pretty good. It was chilly, so it was a little tough. I had to play a little bit more in the morning. Play the guy from Hines again. So, that's always going to be a tough match. I know he's going to show up and fight and make it difficult for me. But I played pretty well. I played fairly well. I served well, so that helped out a whole lot. And, hit the ground strokes pretty good. So I felt pretty good. And then going into the finals, a little nervous. The guy was playing very good. He played me tough up here. It was a 4-3 match up here, and it was, he broke a string. So he had caught a little bit of unfortunate break, and good enough for me. I was able to capitalize, and because he came out the first set, he came out strong. Broke me. He was actually serving at 5-3 to win that set. I didn't play very well, kind of stole one, as they say, so just hung around and kind of cracked a little bit in that second set, so I was able to go ahead and, take advantage and be able to win that second set, too. It's a big honor to, come here to a, school and, program that really hasn't, we haven't really won, and, kind of to come out of there and expected to go into matches, and even coming in my freshman year, we wasn't expected to beat anybody, because we haven't really been that successful. But to come in there and to win the state tournament, the season was a little tough on me a little bit, mentally and physically. Coming with I had the shoulder injury early in January, so I didn't get to play against Belhaven. I missed the first match of the season, but I was able to play the next match and whatnot. It gave me 2 weeks to heal and get ready. So it was a little bit of adversity. Lost my first match, which lost 10-8 in the third, which I just don't know how I lost it. Going down the Gulf Coast, first time ever going down there and playing, which was, tough conditions, and just, the season was tough. It was tough. It was cold. The weather hasn't always been great. A lot of rainouts. Hard to, stay warm. You get up there, you play. You're freezing your butt off. So it's a little bit tough. But then coming towards the end, realizing that you got shot to still win it. Winning 15 straight matches against any competition is not fun, not easy. And it's tough competitors. You got to stay focused. It was a little different coming in, like you said, having success. When we come in and you win, oh, well, you're supposed to win that match. They're shocked when you lose. So you put a little bit of pressure, not only the school, your friends, when you're walking around campus, oh, well, you guys are going to win that, So it's a little different coming in, when nobody's even, barely coming to watch. So I've never really been in the place where you've been hunted. Me coming in, being the number one seed at the state tournament, being the number one seed at the regional, you're expected to win it. To be the best player in the team, you shouldn't be discarded, or your ranking should be dropped or lower because your team's not good. You can't play all 6 positions. You can only play the number one position, and if you're winning there, and for me, instance, prime example, I've won 15 straight matches. Gulf Coast, I've beaten him twice. He did beat me in the regular season, so we did split 1-1. Hines, I beat him 3 times, including the regional. And I won the regional. And I won the state tournament. I'm the highest ranked player in the state of Mississippi, but I think they really need to change that rule because it's unfair for me. I know it's not going to benefit me, but the kids that are coming behind me, I think they need to be able to go ahead and, have that opportunity if they win something. They can play at a school that doesn't have a good, tennis program and still be able to have an opportunity as an individual to go ahead and go to regionals and be able to go to nationals. But I just think it's weird for us to have a state tournament, period, because, Meridian, not to knock on Meridian, but they have an unfair advantage, and we're the only JUCO state team, the teams that have a regional. All the other schools get buys or don't even have to play a regional because there's only one tennis team or 2 or maybe 3. They take the top 3 from each region. So for us to play a state tournament, me win the state tournament, then play the regional, win the regional, and then go to nationals, that's really unfair. And for us to, for me to be able, knowing that this kid's clearly the best player, the best player in the state, he showed that. He didn't. I'm not sitting here where I lost in the finals. I lost in the finals of the regional. I won it. I played everybody that was in front of me, and won. So if a kid has that does that, he should be granted, a shot to play in the regional. Especially he won the regional, the fall regional, which was a 32 draw playing against Merit Institute, and they are a top 10 team. I beat their number 2 player now. He was number 1. I beat him in 3 sets in the third, and he doesn't even get a shot to play even the regional. So that's kind of really unfair, and I think they need to really be a little bit more educated about the game of tennis.